If you guys need any cards, packs, sleeves, anything of that nature, shop on TCG Player using my affiliate link in the description. What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be revisiting that fairy mill thing that I played. I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago now or something. It was kind of janky. It had Mudora in it and stuff, so I decided I wanted to make a more streamlined version. And this is what we ended up with. The fairy lineup, it's pretty basic. We are on all the good ones, max copies of all the good ones. Then 6 recruiters. Kind of had to play 6 recruiters. I know it's a lot, but we can't really play Dim Alch because a lot of banishing stuff just doesn't really synergize with the game plan here beyond DD Warrior Lady. The Chaos version is kind of the opposite of that, where it's all about the banishing and the Dim Alch. Whereas this one, it's more just we want to use the mill cards to set up our graveyard for Christia and for Pot of Avarice, so the whole return banish aspect of it is basically gone. But yeah, this is the lineup. We got the DD Warrior Ladies, of course, on top of that, Gore's Trag, and then the mill engine is Charge, Raikou, Card Trooper, so a small mill engine, not going the whole Lightsworn route either. Kind of trying to tread the line in terms of consistency and power, I guess. One thing I will note is I had Hamster in the previous version. I think I did, and I took it out. Reason for that is my opinion on Hamster has just declined precipitously from where it was before. I played at that latest RBET with Hamster in my deck, and it was just the worst card in my deck by far. Every time I saw it, it was just garbage. I was just God, why can't this be a Raikou right now? I would set it, and people would just set back row or someone swap Frog, and I'm like, well, if I had a Raikou, I could actually play the game right now, but I just have this Hamster here, so I have to wait a full turn. It got sided out every single match, just every match. I was like, this card sucks, I'm taking it out. So I've just decided screw that card, except in Moja. In Moja, it's based as hell, but in most decks, I'm probably just not gonna play it for the moment. I know people are gonna be mad about that too, but whatever. And then Triple Avarice, of course. A big reason I experiment with these other fairy builds is because I want better pieces of graveyard manipulation than freaking Soul and Freed, which are GOAT format era shit cards. And yeah, in the Chaos version, you got the Chaos monsters. In here, we have Pot of Avarice. That's the basic line of thinking. So we mill our cards, we Avarice them back, and it lets us set up Christia in the late game if we really need to. And then we just got a bunch of standard staples, spell traps, whatever. Lineup pretty normal. 1 compulse, 1 book. Before you yell at me in the comments, yes, the version in the video had 2 compulse and 2 book, and I wasn't on Yada because I forgot to put brain control in that build, so I had to switch it up a little bit. Yeah, hilarious. I know, very funny. Get your laughs out now. But yeah, that's the version of the deck that I'm going with right now, and we can look at some replays. I got 2 of them here. One is against Dragons. I think this one's against Quick Draw, though. Or was this Quick Draw? I have no clue what this was. It was actually some weird dark turbo thing. There may have been Quick Draw stuff in here. At least I would think. But I don't think I ever saw it. In fact, it's weird that they're playing Dim Alch, too. So they just swing into my Nova Summoner. We go into Shining Angel. That's whatever. I was worried that this might be some kind of Decree deck. Definitely something that was in my head the entire time. Here they go for the Mali Caius. Not sure why they don't just go for Brain Caius. Maybe they think there's more ways in their deck to convert Brain than there is the Mali, but then it's why are you playing the Mali? So they just go for this. Yeah, I mean, Brain Caius would clear it pretty cleanly, but we have the Orange Light. I mean, Brain would have at least cleared one of them. So they Sark for Dad. Now we know there's a Dad coming. We hit in with the Trooper. They got that Scapegoat. So at this point, we're worried about Plasma since... Actually, have I seen a hero card yet? Yeah, we've seen the Mali and the D-Draw. Okay. So we definitely should be worried about Plasma. They Sark again this turn for Cyber Valley. I decided to Typhoon the new one, which was a Brain Control that just never got used. So then we just mill up to 4 fairies, I think, right? Is that what we did? I think that's exactly what we did, and we dropped that Christia. That's why you got to play the mill version. You can just sack RNG your way into Christia. Anyway, they add Dark Arm, but it doesn't matter because they can't do anything with it. No reason not to Orange Light this. I don't know if they'll draw Christie out in the next 5 cards off their deck, but yeah, I mean, we know there's a Dad and 1 unknown in their hand right now, so why should we let them draw? We put the Avarice, or we play the Avarice, put back a bunch of stuff, draw 2. I decided not to summon anything, respecting Torrential Tribute. I could have set the Raikou, but yeah, not doing that. Opponent goes for the Econ here, hits over, just hoping I'll use something on my own Christia, but I'm not going to do that. And we win game number 1. Game number 2, we opened Dust Shoot Mind Crush. That's hilarious. I think we screwed up here a little bit somehow. So we put back the Prodigy, obviously. And then we just like orange light this Gores because I know there's a DDV and I want to get all this stuff out of my hand. They add the Dad, set Typhoon. I should have maybe just like swung with both, but I guess I respected off the top Torrential. They draw a second Mally and a RFDD, which is just not good. Now, let's see. I think they top deck Brain. So maybe I should have set the Torrential, but it would have just gotten Typhoon, so I don't know. I definitely wasn't setting everything. Here, they Brain, and then I Mind Crush the Caius. Which I don't know if it was correct, because like, if I don't Mind Crush Caius, they Brain Caius me out both my guys, and then hit for 24, and then DDV me anyway. Whereas if I do this, then they can like Brain, sack 1, then they have to crash the Mally and summon Dad. And then they have the DDV with the Dad. But I think this is actually less bad than if I had just called Dad. So maybe I did the right thing. Either way, we have to like last 3 turns under DDV. And I didn't side anything out to play around DDV either. So, we just got to deal with this. But it's like kind of fine. We've got time. The opponent has Dyna, which is not that scary. I don't even know why they sided it. Just everything hits over Dyna in here. The main concern, like, we don't even have to worry about dying because like their whole deck just can't even function under Dyna. Like they can't play, so it's like, how are they going to summon something and kill me? At this point, DDV is over. We Avarice, we draw into Honest, and that's just going to be game over the Fossil Dyna. So take that one pretty easily, 2-0. I couldn't figure what is this deck actually. I don't think I ever discerned what this deck was. It's some crazy dark pile, I guess. Wish I could see the list. But anyway, this one is against Dark Dragons. It's like the James Arc build, I think, or it's the one that topped. We're just passing back and forth here. I play around Dust Shoot, so I set my whole hand, then activate Charge, then flip Raikou. I think that was the correct order. Opponent's hand is really weak, actually. They could have dropped Gores there, but they opt not to. We bottomless the Wyvern. Yeah, our hand's a little bit slow. We could tribute Christia here, but I just opt not to. They go set Hamster, set, and then here, yeah, they probably should have stopped us. But whatever, we dropped the Christia. We Avarice after dropping the Christia. That's really nice. Give us 2 draws. I think we're able to leave 3 fairies in our grave, so we figure might as well just go for it right now. And then if our Christia gets bounced back to top, that's whatever. Here they go set the Hamster. They book our guy. Do I set the Compulse? I do. They top deck Storm, which was insane. Fortunately, we had the Judgment. They flip up the Hamster. We let that go through. Maybe I should have orange lighted this. I don't know. It like ends up fine either way. But if I had orange lighted that, like it would have just canceled their whole turn anyway. So on summon here, I do put this back in case they red med priority so I can orange light still. And that's what ends up happening. So, I mean, it just ends up like kind of similar. Although I think we had to spend a Compulse that we wouldn't have otherwise needed to use. But I mean, it doesn't matter. We just bring the Christia back down and that's going to be the end of that one. So on to game number 2. I think I did lose this one. Can I remember? This was a long one. I actually don't remember. Opponent opened few though. Whew. Not good. I'm really, really hoping that they don't bring back the red meds and just set Raikou so I can soul release their whole graveyard and have a chance, which ends up happening. So we're not in the worst spot. I mean, we're in a bad spot, let's be real, but we're kind of chilling. You know, we're down cards, but we can maybe play our... I think the real issue of this game was I sided some really stupid way. I think I, like, sided out all the Christias or something. I don't remember. I did something that was dumb. Maybe it was all the orange lights, or maybe it was both. I did something really stupid with my siding, and I shouldn't have done it, so... whatever. It is what it is. Yeah, we set the Raikou, and then we hope they attack with 5 head first, which they shouldn't have done, but they do. And then we kill it with the Raikou, so now we're just, like, chilling. I don't know. They sided in Crow, which does eventually stop an Avarice, I think, but it's kind of just bricks their hand for infinity turn. Man, people just be top-decking Brain Control against me, actually. No one would ever win against me if not for freaking top-deck Brain Control. Why didn't they just summon this Drago and try to hit over my Angel, actually? It would have worked. So here they Typhoon the one that they know is Judgment. We summon, attack, whatever. Yeah, like, If at any point they decided to summon Drago, we'd actually be screwed. Here's where Crow actually ends up stopping me, but it's like that could have been a real card in your hand for like 5 turns, so I'm not even sure if it was correct to side that. Both their set monsters, unfortunately, just out my Angel. Then again, summoning Drago would also have added my Angel, so I'm not sure why they don't just summon Drago. It just gets dust shooted now. Nice one. I think I didn't look, and the dad is just like live, which is crazy to me because they had like infinity cards in their graveyard. So I guess I should have just shotgunned the Crow and then tried to get another top deck. But yeah, it was pretty bad at that point anyway. Let's see. So game number 3, we like unscrewed our side decking situation. We just set. They made a mistake here. They should have always just target Angel. I guess they figure that Drago can out it, but this time there's actually 4 back rows. So it's like, you really think Drago's going through? I don't know. I shouldn't have Typhooned there. I should just be saving it for future fusion, obviously. We hit over the Raikou. We set the Warrior Lady, fine. Set Compulse. They go Drago. I should maybe have just bottomlessed it. I end up Honesting instead. I think the Honest is probably worth more than the Bottomless, though. And now our zones are screwed, too. Fortunately for me, the opponent activates a Bottomless, so it's all good. We swing with the Warrior Lady. We opt not to banish. And then now we Bottomless, so kind of situation resolved there. I do have to banish that Reaper because we're never getting around it otherwise. I hit into a Snowman. Fine, that's okay. Here, we actually just take this. And we set the Honest. They hit in. The Honest Walls. How many fairies? This is like 3 in rotation. We need to get one more. We try to go for this, but they just change us Tornado, which is whatever. They go for the Black Rose. We have to Judgment. There's no Storm left, so it's kind of fine. Now this makes Christie alive, so I figure we can force a trap, Dust Tornado the other trap. They should have crowed, but it's like, yeah, they should have crowed. I mean, they shouldn't be on Crow, but they should have crowed. You know what I'm saying? We were only 1 fairy away, I guess, either way, but yeah. So here, they do go Dad, Prio, pop the Christia, and we book the Dad. And then they get greedy, they summon the other Wyvern, so the Mirror Force is going to basically end the game because we just summoned the Christia back. And yeah, I mean, they had to go for it with the Wyverns there because the Christia is just coming next turn, right? Well, no, wait. They didn't know I had Christia, right? Because they popped it. No, they didn't have to go for it there. But it ended up being correct for them to go for it, but also it was incorrect because I just had Mirror Force anyway. So kind of just impossible situation for the opponent, honestly. And I mean, they're really dead. I think they keep top decking Raikous, so they're able to stay alive, but also another based charge 0 hamster build right here. At least I think that's the build that topped. So we're just like killing the Raikous. Here they go end phase, summon some red meds, and we just torrential, so whatever. I think the Christia was just live off the top, and Honest was going to kill them. Or like Honest overhit direct, you know. So there's just nothing they could do. Nothing the opponent could do there. All right, those were the matches. That's how the deck performed. I think it's an all right build. Personally, I do think probably Chaos Fairy is still the way to go. I definitely like that build better. I'm not a fan of the regular Fairy build. And people are doing some weird shit with that build, by the way. Like, it's an absolute epidemic in the Fairy channel. I don't know what's going on. Every list I see posted has like side deck cards in the main deck. I mean like Rugs and freaking Soul Release and Purple Light, and I'm just like Thunder King, and then it's also playing like the terrible Freed Soul of Purity, and I'm just like, I don't want to play those cards, man. I want to play some other card that manipulates my graveyard that doesn't feel like a piece of shit. So that's kind of why I mess around with these other builds. But yeah, I mean, this one's decent. It could maybe make it work. Maybe there's some other like angle to it too. I'm not really sure what that would be. Deep Sea Diva or something, you know, Rescue Cat, God forbid. There is a Fairy Cat deck out there. There's like some small Edison YouTuber I've seen playing it, so that was cool as well. I can't remember their name, but you know, there's other routes we could go with it. Has potential. All right, let me know what you thought in the comments section. Hope you guys enjoyed the matches. I'll see you next time. As always, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Furthermore, if you enjoy my content, you should think about becoming a channel member. You get access to tons of bonus content, and it's a great way to help support the channel.